Okay, anyway, from whatever research you have done, and I'll say this can carry over to the next few books because you're an elf, so you have a lot more time to research before you need to long rest, and your long rest doesn't take as much time. So if you want, you can spend more time beginning to search through the rest of the books to see if you can find them for more information, perhaps from an outside perspective. Most of it's in here, but you get the feeling you could probably find maybe a little bit more if you were to search through some of the other books to try and sort of piece together some stuff. Okay. Um, there's no problem there. The librarian trusts you because you publish books and has the idea that you will respect the library. Um, okay. It'll only be on return. Don't worry about it. We won't have to charge you halfway. It's a copper a week. Thank you. Come back when you're done. I'm sure it benefits you. Okay. And so you get a carriage, and it'll just be a few copper. We'll say 4 copper to get back to your things. Um, during that time, you spend and we'll go ahead and do the second check when you get back to the house. Which we'll just cut to. Dravik, do you want to head back home? All right. And then Agatat, Lucius, Dobio, did you guys want to do anything? Slash Alton? Or Dravik already did his thing. Sorry. Agatat, Lucius, Alton. You guys want to do any? It's slash Dobio. Okay. We start messing around with Iggy. He's nice. All right. Anything, Lucius, or nah? Okay. Okay. Make an investigation check for me. What's your passive investigation, Waddles? Have a guess. Yes. Plus 10. Thank you. Okay, so you have the 20 passive investigation. Okay, so you do find one thing. There is a semi-hidden door here and a semi-hidden door here that you can tell that are used to escape. But everything is locked. You don't go like super snooping, just enough to make sure that everything's fine. You don't find anything out of the ordinary. You do notice that Richter's keg looks suspiciously empty. He either drank a lot, or used a lot of it, or there are multiple people drinking from it. So you have that knowledge, as well as a lot of ripped cloth in his room and a few empty bottles. And a bunch of empty firecrackers just strewn about the room that were kind of like haphazardly shoved underneath the bed and halfway under the rug. Valid. And you continue onwards. Yeah, so it'd be 10 plus 10, 20. Passive investigation 20. I just need that for a reason. You also know, in Agatat's room, just because you kind of briefed him, he has a barrel that's kind of hidden that has a bunch of fucking limbs in it. Yeah. You do find it, though. No, they're not that fresh. Mostly monster parts. They've been there for a while. Okay. But again, that's what you just noticed from small things. Okay. Everyone arrives home. All of the Winter family is there. Dravik is there. Or Winter Clan. Dravik is there. Scar is there. Well, everyone except for Richter. Okay. Okay, well, there's the Winter family waves. And the zombie's like, that was so much fun. I'm tired. Yes. Sure. I think. I don't remember where everyone's room is. Believe so. Daisy's also back. Daisy will just like wave to everyone and be like, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I was working all day. Go on. Okay. We can say you lead them into a room. They very profusely thank you again for like having them over. Um, and they're gonna go to bed. Can do. Thank you. You may sleep. Okay. So, have Alton make a stealth. Passive. 37. No, not 37. Have Alton make a perception check now. Okay. Skara, Dravik, speak. Unshackled. Pulls out this thick bag of. I'm assuming. Do you, no, that's the upstairs room, and I'd assume that they're. Yeah, I'd assume that their conversations are attempting to be quiet, so I'd say no. Alton's just fucking listening and hearing all of this. like gentle, like you don't know what drug this is. Everyone make a perception. Everyone make a perception check for me, other than Skara and Dravik and Alton. Yes. All of you are downstairs, so yeah, just make a perception check. Okay, Agtat, no idea. Avius, Lucius, and W, you guys all hear the shouting of Skara. Yep. Okay. You guys, Skara and Dravik's passive perception. Okay. Skara and Dravik, you guys hear the someone coming up the stairs fast. To see if. Hold on. Wait. What'd you say, W? I would say there have probably been people smoking like something that they weren't supposed to have at the clan. So I'd say yeah, you're familiar with what drugs are. Abigail, your tokens here if you want to move yourself. I just put you in. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay. Dravik, are you attempting to resist him swiping the drugs? Make a pose sleight of hand checks. So, you guys watch as Alton yoink grabs it, and then as he's putting it away or like beginning to sort of push it into it, is he's beginning to hide it or trying to hide it. Dravik, are you doing anything during while he's hiding it? Hold on, I'm gonna stop. No, he's not moving. He's just in the room, like beginning to like put it in his things and hide it. So are you going to be doing anything? Or are you letting him hide it? Make a performance check. As Dravik begins to break out in song. Make a stealth check, Alton. As Abigus opens the door up. You see Alton, hands out of his bag just there. Nothing suspicious about him. Dravik singing, Scar like, huh? Uh, Make a deception check! Abacus, if you think he's lying, you can make an inside check if you want. Yeah. I'm laughing. I am, in fact, I am laughing. Nice. All right, you all convene downstairs where Abigus has said something that there's important things to be discussed. Nice. Yeah, Rachel's not here. Okay, make an investigation check. See how fast you can speed read this while. Yeah, you have you. No, then yeah, you have advantage. You have advantage on investigation checks because of your eagles of minute seeing or glasses of minute seeing. 20. You very quickly speed read it, and you get the basic information about the Unshackled, that they are a group of mage killers that try and disrupt governments and political powers that are magocracies, or have sorcerers or large magic users that utilize magic to maintain their position and maintain the status quo. They are extremely powerful assassins. They're small. They come from Feynera. You get the basic information that I've described earlier, that they use shackles to basically drain magic and permanently destroy magic from within an individual. So, Mega strength check and add your proficiency bonus. No. Hold on. Have improvised weapons. Has improvised weapons. Improv. Ah, here we go. Fucking simple weapon based off web actual object bears no resemblance. D1 D4. Improvised weapon has a no. Thrown damage. No, melee or strength. Make a strength check with your proficiency. Wait, no, not with your proficiency. Yeah, you are not proficient with books, so why do you have advantage? Roll again. Make a strength check. Or yeah, you should not have advantage. So just make a general strength check. Okay, which is hilarious. The book just lands. The Avia's like barely dodges that. Make an insight check, Agatat. You get the feeling Skara's fucking stressed about something that makes Skara stressed, which could mean death, gods, someone not telling the truth, or withholding information. She is not fine. Sure. Sure, this was published. Make an investigation check. You do find it, Boyd. It was. I was actually come to. It was actually like come to the square in 2 days. Yeah, like witness a reckoning. Witness the beginning of a revolution, essentially. Okay, there you go. No, that's just what Agatat is saying. Years. No, no, it's happening tomorrow. It's happening tomorrow. Sorry. Yes. Um, make an intelligence check. because there are just fun intelligence check because there were 200 people that came in and signed up. You're racking your brain trying to think of an individual, and at first you're like, oh, there were a few hooded figures, but they could be in costume because a lot of people were wearing like large hoods, basically trying to look like mages. But you don't remember any shackles. There were quite a few people that were hooded, and like some people like in various costumes of mages, and some people trying to look shady, but it's obviously kind of like a costume when they like sort of pull it back. But you're not sure. Duh. At which point you guys kind of watch Razorbar sort of like slowly open the door. Remind me again why you guys are trying to meddle in these things. It's just a noble, just a, like people die all the time. It's just a noble, right? Is that just me? Yeah, they want to kill a noble, don't they? Make an intelligence check. At the current state, you know that you're probably one of the more lucrative businesses within the works, maybe besides Viraldaros's Wandering Vagrant, but he actually technically is only there because the Silvertons allow him to be there and to sell stuff. Um, but you know the Silvertons because it's a family that's been passed down from generation to generation that holds almost an exclusive monopoly on magical reagents and magical foci, that they probably have close to eh, probably 1,000 or 10,000 times your current wealth pool. Just because they've existed for so much longer and they've just amassed wealth. So you're, although in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to the works, you are closer to replacing one of the houses in comparison to the others. And the way that your current shop is set up, it can make a lot of money, but you don't know. But it'll be a long time before you have an actual standing of beating one of the noble houses. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, so Abigus, just sorry, really quickly, Abigus, you know, in order to even consider replacing one of the five houses, you have to have at least 10 acres of land, lived within the Golden City for at least 2 generations, which are fine. You have to currently reside within the Golden Sector. You have to attain gold from sales slash trading of the Golden City that equates to 10% of all sales within the Golden City, and you have to hold an astral diamond. An astral diamond is worth roughly 10,000 platinum, and they are so rare they usually transcend their actual value. So, even if you were to get to that wealth, you have to meet those prerequisites, which you only have a few of. They make the nobles make the laws. The guard system is shitty. There are a total of 5 houses. The 5 houses. Hold on. You watch as Razorbar thinks really hard. Isn't Lelis a magic user that got all of her power from manipulating and using magic to kill people? Is he kind of like enemy of enemy friend? That he looks back down. Wait, why are you making the assumption that you can defeat them? Don't half of you use magic? Alright. Make an intimidation check, Trevik! Make an intimidation check, Trevik. You have an advantage because everyone else just started like, ah! He's kind of like, yeah. And just, well, there are too many people screaming. He goes back into the shop. Sure. Just an intelligence check, just based off of the reading that you've done. Okay. So the eye appears on her forehead as she tries to recall information. You're fairly certain that it doesn't specify what the artifact is, if that's like a larger artifact they're all drawing power from, but it seems that every time the Unshackled have attacked, they've had the ability to do that. So it doesn't from what you remember, it doesn't specifically state whether or not all of them have an artifact, if there's one de facto leader who holds the artifact and everyone else draws from it, or if it's somewhere across the world that gives them power. It wasn't specific on that. Okay. 26, same result. The Harrowing Festival. Yeah, it's the Harbor District, wherever all of the where it's the Harbor District specifically, where all of the uh, guilds are. Where all the Artisans Guild are is where the Harrowing Festival mainly takes place. It is currently about 8 o'clock in the evening. No, you need to get 8 hours of rest. It's just you cannot spend the 2 hours that you would normally doing light activity. You have to spend the full 8 hours sleeping, unless you want to take a 10-hour rest where you can have those 2 hours. Because old. You're welcome. Yes, yes. We talked about this. It's awesome. That Alton said that. That is the day of not Day of Great. That is after that is basically fucking New Year's. New Year's is when, yeah, harrowing is when everyone gets drunk, and New Year's is the graduation day. It's gonna be the first of Varisal, which is day of the new year. All right. Hold on. You guys want to take break now or in 30 minutes? Because I gotta. Either way, I'm gonna go piss. So if you guys want to do 10-minute now or 10-minute and 30, your choice. Yeah, I'm pissing no matter what. But you guys want to take the 30-minute break now or later, or 20-minute break? 20-minute break. All right. Sure. All right. Meet back here at 2:20. Whoa! Don't go sneaky thingies up in there. I just pooped. Come here, just hug me. Come on.
It's practice for when I'm on my deathbed.
No! No! Why? Why? No, you're alive. No, you're alive. Nice cover. I only got 10 minutes. You narwhal. You a whale? Oh, let's go get some nuts. You want some Tic Tacs? Tic Tacs right here.
I like Tic Tacs. You mean my fucking phone?
Yeah. Tic Tacs. Tic Tacs.
Oh.
Tic Tacs.
I wasn't even watching TikToks, I was listening to drama videos.
Nice. The Drake hot dogs. Hot dogs. No, the movie game. Drake, that's like this person's like, I'm not more than 15 minutes late. You guys do not level up. No! Which was like, did somebody say narcotics? No, I said he was putting it in his bag. Right, dude. Yes. What? I don't know. Yeah, I think Scar has a lot of sanity. Yeah, her mental scores are her mental score is higher than you, Agda, and Scar has spent a lot of time doing self care. More so than the rest of the party. Hey, anxiety. Anyway, anyway, back to session. So, as you all, as you guys are having this conversation and discussion sort of heatedly, you guys finally begin to come upon a conclusion. Which is, God damn it, never mind, continue discussing. Yes, Traveler referred to them as a rather zealot bunch, but he says doesn't always reflect his ideals. They're zealots in every nature, but like, they're fun. Talk to him about it. Guys, everyone knows research articles past 5, any research articles that are not published this year or last year are trash. Outdated. I mean, also, Agnet doesn't know shit about academics. He's a lizard, guys. Alright? 5 years is a long time when you're fucking in a tribe. Yeah, come on, guys. Okay, so yeah, Abagus fucking sleep. Yeah, and also make flyers for Abagus. That's what he said. Anyway, so Dravik and Alton, where are you guys going? Sure. Make a stealth check. Make a perception check. Sure, both of you guys make perception checks. Welcome. This is Alton. No. This is outside. This is when they're away from you, beginning to have their conversation and just looking out to see if anyone's eavesdropping. So Agatai, where is this eavesdropping taking, or where are you guys having this conversation? Outside or in your room? Okay, so walk into your room, begin having this conversation. Agatai, you very stealthily, just like very subtly, begin to sort of just linger around sort of corners and begin to listen. And you begin to, and you sort of start to have that process of beginning to listen to them. As you guys begin talking, Alton and Dravik, you guys do hear the faint sort of creaking of wooden planks in in a location that's very close to you. You get the feeling that someone is more than likely trying to listen on you. Agtat looks nonchalantly just there. Okay. Lucius, you watch as Alton and Javik walk in to go upstairs. Then a minute later, walking together to go outside. Okay. Alright, so Javik and Alton step outside. Are you guys gonna both ride on the broom? Right. Agatha, in you watch as you're like, ah, shit, as they fly up and outwards, and you're pretty sure, unless you have the ability to fly, you can't eavesdrop that good. Make a survival check. They are a favorite enemy. Hold on, you don't know he's tracking you. Make a stealth check. Not you guys. You guys did not say that you guys are trying to stealth. And I don't think you guys would be trying to stealth. You guys are just fucking flying and talking. Okay. You do both of you do notice that as you guys fly off and like into the distance, you guys very briefly look back and Agatat is exiting the building as well. But from there, you guys are just high up. You know for a fact he can't hear you. But you guys are flying in whatever direction you want and wherever you want to have your conversation. Agatat, you are basically going through the alleyways, just tracking where they currently are, but you cannot hear them because they're too high up. Make a perception check. Nachos. You see a trash crow, commonly called a pigeon, that is just eating some scraps out of a fucking like trash can. Okay. Bip, bip, bip. It is considered a beast. Bip, 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 bip. There. Shit. Fuck you want? Huh? Huh? Oh, really? But. Got some fucking food for me? Huh? 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 What do you want? It's a it's a variant stat block of the crow called the pigeon. Pigeon. It's a fucking pigeon. It's a pigeon. I don't know. I have to taste it. Try it. He just like fucking takes it. No, I haven't had that. Yeah. What? Yeah, the big birds. Okay, 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 okay. I want more food first. Okay, give me like a little bit first. He like fucking aggressively pecks at it. Alright, sick. Got it. And he You watch him fly off. So, Alton, Dravik, what are you guys doing? No. Hold on. I'm assuming as soon as you guys have started flying, you guys begin conversation. Is that true? Okay, then start your conversation. Okay. It's a big stealth check. No, everyone else has a -10 to all rolls to detect you. At this point, you guys watch as a fucking pigeon just like a good 20 feet away from you guys, it's just flapping along the same like speed as you guys. You saw Agatat walk out, but you guys haven't seen him since then. He walked out. Yeah, I would say you guys don't. You know that Agatat has a connection with nature, but this is a fucking pigeon, and pigeons fly. So, I wouldn't. It's like 20 feet away from you, and it's just like. Are you shooting it? Okay, but you guys hear. All of you in the Stranger Things hear a fucking gun go off. Yes! As there's a loud. And the bird just fucking flies away. You look up and there are no clouds. Pause. Agatat. As you're standing there, the bird. Yo, man, I didn't think you set me up on some fucking demon birds. Jesus. Hey, man, listen. Oh, look, a pigeon shoots a gun. Jesus. Oh, thanks, man. And he just fucking starts eating it. The only thing. Yeah, they're talking about drugs and shit. That's it. Okay. Okay, so resume back to. Okay, yeah, sorry. Stranger Things, what's going on? Yeah. At which. Okay. Quick pause. Quick pause. You also heard the gunshot. Out in traffic. So shot the gun. Anything else? At which point you hear as a guard's horn plays out, probably like 120 feet to the east, and then another. You are, but Dravik is controlling it. You cannot control where the broom goes without Dravik having control, because Dravik is the person under control of it. He's driving the broom. You watch as torches begin to sort of appear, or like large torch, like as you see, like 4 or 5 groups of guards have begun now, basically like searching the place where the gunshot fired, and are beginning to sort of climb up roofs and try and find whatever caused it. Yeah, let's say, make a stealth check for me. Yeah, 5-minute west. Nah, nah, nah. So let's do 6 plus 23 divided by 2. 14. Okay, so as you guys begin coasting down, about 80 feet away from you. Hey, there's some people that are flying. Hold on, that way. And stop. Stop. Sweeter things. Abigail is running around frantically with chalk. Lucius is like, there's nothing to worry about. Okay. At which point you hear. Okay. Okay. They will join in. All of the clonks have now are coalescing and sort of pulling out their weaponry and basically guarding all the doors. As all of the clonks just start fucking. Yep, so you watch as all of the mechanical clonks. Okay. Daisy and Harfield begin going up as as Scara and Lucius exit the building. Cut back to Traffic and Elton. Yeah. You guys are low to the ground. Make a perception check. You're not backward. Agatat. Oh, sorry. Cut to Agatat. So, you heard the guard horns. At this point, you know exactly where they are. You've been tracking them and sort of very slowly following them. Okay. Okay, make a stealth check for me. Plus 10 to stealth check. Yeah, so you don't leave behind any tracks or anything like that. It smells good. So, 20, yeah, 28. You just sneak past quite a few guards as you just very expertly and deftly begin to make your way back to the swing of things, knowing that, and correctly assuming so that if the guards were to see you, they would probably immediately arrest you or at least find you suspicious. So, good thinking. During this time, Dravik, make a perception check. It's disadvantage. It is technically darkness, but you have dark vision, so it's with. Oh wait, no. Do you have? What invocations do you have? Oh, you have Devil Sight. Never mind, you have Devil Sight. Just make a straight perception check then, as it is technically darkness. Okay, there is a sewer entrance. It's probably like roughly 240 feet away from where you currently stand. With sort of Alton sort of like just like with confirmation with Alton that that is in fact a sewers entrance, not just a port house. What's it called? Outhouse. It is an outhouse, but it is a sewers entrance specifically used by Crimson Killers. At which point there are about 5 guards 80 feet from you that have called you out and are beginning to run towards you and telling you to stop. I'm gonna stop. They get like, so 80 feet turns to 40 feet as you have that brief conversation because they're just like going after you, and then you're gonna go towards the sewer entrance? Okay, so you guys, what's the speed of the what's this what's the speed of the broom? Should be under magic items. Flying speed of 50. Flying speed of 50. Alton does not lower the weight of it, so you can move at 100 feet. Yeah, you outrun the guards. It's like, shit, get them! As they start to like run over, you hear the small like you hear like a ping, 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 as they shoot crossbows at you. Uh. You hear crossbow bolts whiz past you. Um, as you guys just zoom past and get to the outhouse. Oh, one hits. Let's see. Alton, you take. Okay, you watch as an arcane shivering force. The magic users, get them! As they start fucking like moving faster. As another one. Pause. Lucius, Scara. I assume W hasn't said anything. W, are you? I think he's just staying in the house with you. Worried, and they left their sweeter things. We'll get to that. Just assume, what was that, W? Okay, so during this entire time of panic and fucking chaos, W was kind of just sitting there like, As Abigail, you get everyone inside the hall, and Daisy's like, I feel like Lucius was right. Oh, oh no, it's good practice. And she just lays down inside the pocket dimension. Just, oh. They're in rope trick. Nope, not concentration. And Hartfield just kind of like is holding what he looked to be in the middle of like cultivating, like moving some plant, and he just panic held it. So he's just holding this plant in his hand, just like with her. It's like. Okay. Puts it in the boot. You see him like rifle through one of his pockets, pulls out a handful of dirt. you, you. So they shot a gun. Okay, Skara and Lucius, are you guys heading towards the horns? Okay, as you guys are taking a leisurely stroll, you guys. What's your passive perceptions? Okay. Okay, make a perception check for me then, Scar. If you're just gonna be looking around for things. Sure. Make a perception check. Okay. You actually, for a moment, you see a flash of green, you're like, oh, nothing. Turn back, Traveler, and you see out of the corner of your eye, Agatat, just like, almost like a green shadow, is just heading back to Sweeter Things. Agatat, you notice them, though. So you can approach them or what have you, but, okay. So you see like a green, Lucius, out of nowhere, Agatat appears. You hear in the distance, they're spellcasters! Okay. Okay. Back to traffic analysis! Alright. So you guys get to the point where you guys just rush into the outhouse, almost like slamming against the sides of it. So, you guys begin to descend into the dank and sort of smelly sewers. It's kind of gross going down sort of like the toilet itself, but as soon as you do it, it leads into a ladder that it looks like it's almost made specifically not for shitting. It's just an entrance. You don't know how the mechanics of it works because you're too kind of like speedy to be like, wait, where does shit go? But like Alton's like pushing you and you like go down the ladder and you guys are now in sort of the sewers. Okay, as you start going into the sewers, yes. No. You're not it's not in the way that these do. You have like a pipe, but like not really. No, yours is magic, so does it. It does not. It's magic. Alton almost to where? Okay. Okay, you pick up this half soaked with like bits. Okay, you push this bag of expensive drugs into the water and shit and just rub it around into it and you just nope. Hands you kind of little covered in shit. And pause. Lucius and Skara, you guys are beginning to just run in this direction. At one point, okay, As you have the Talbrook signet, as you now look like a Talbrook. As you guys, yeah. And as you guys continue going, you guys now see 3, 2, 1, and you see a group of 8 guards as they just slam open sort of an outhouse door with spears and crossbows sort of pointing in. As they're all surrounding this area, you can see there are 4 others sort of by the wayside that are like basically keeping the area like stayed off, and they see you sort of approaching. They're like, "Hold on, citizens. Do you flash the signet ring?" Oh, of course. And he begins. They sort of lead the way for you, and they begins to walk with you. There were a group of 2 individuals. We believe it's the same gunshot or the same loud banging noise that we heard when the deliverers were terrorizing the city. This might be a resurgence of them. Uh, okay. And you see them looks at you, up, down, looks at ears, looks back at you. Make a deception check with advantage and a D10. Still make a deception check with advantage and a D10. Because he did technically help you. A name drop is more than enough for fucking noble help, but yeah. Oh, make a deception check first, Lucius. Drop the 4, add a D10. Mm-hmm. You're not. Well, oh, I guess not. Okay, so 19. He's like, right. Um, shakes his head. Okay, just out of confusion, okay. Well, whatever happened, they have appeared to you have used magic to disappear from this outhouse. As all of them are looking around, sort of feel like none of them want to touch the toilet or anything like that, but mostly just looking around. They're like, fucking magic uses shit. Please, what do you know about this individual? That is causing this. If it's Talbrook business that has access to these thunderous weapons. I see. Both make a deception check with advantage, Lucius. Okay. 16. Right. Well, we. This is a big deal, and we understand the importance of such defense. But please, we ask that you the Talbrooks, as much influence as you have, please try and keep a better grasp of it, at least during the day. During the night can create quite a scene. Pause. Where are you dimension dooring, Dravik? That is more than 500 feet away. Yes. Because you guys were traveling for a little bit before the pigeon comes, assuming that you guys are going at a leisurely pace. That's 25 feet for a round. You guys were talking for about 2 minutes. So we'll do 120. 175. Well, no, you guys didn't say that you were floating. I assume that you guys were flying. Yeah, so you guys moved roughly 3,000 feet just coasting because you guys are on a broom that moves fast and you're not moving at the full speed of the broom. You're moving at half speed of the broom, but did that for 2 minutes. Bird catches up with you. Then you guys, that's just rough estimate. Then you sped away towards up, then towards the ground after the shot, and then into the sewers, then back through the sewers, then you're dimension dooring. You don't know where you are in the city, Dravik. Where do you want to? Okay, but where do you want to dimension door? You get the feeling you're probably roughly 4,000, 5,000 feet away from certain things. You don't really know. No. It's a very it's crystals that are about the size of like a millimeter, but each one has an individual tiny crystalline structure that is visible. Um, and as you tried to crush it, they don't crush any further. At least with the just pushing it. But you can spread it out if you want. Okay, make a survival check. Yes, one of you. Actually, Alton. It would be Alton because Alton is taking it, spreading it, coating it. Yeah, hiding it. So make a survival check. No. This is using your surroundings to sort of hide tracks and hide evidence. Okay. One or the other. I'm pretty sure Mage Hand is concentration. Hold on. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, continue. Okay. You do a decent job of covering it within water and shit, and piss as you just take this whole bag. Alton, just make an intelligence check for me. Just intelligence, not guidance. As you're doing this, you're like, oh, this is a lot of money. You know that each dose of this runs for 250 gold, and this is like a dozen doses. And you just keep that in mind as you're just spreading it into shit. You're like, this is someone's payday. This is like a whole shipment, and it's just getting put into shit. You just keep that in mind as you're just spreading it out. It's like, this is so expensive. And you guys are led elsewhere. At this point, Agatat, you you go into the sweeter things to as you open in all of the clonks have weapons pointed at you, and Cupcake is just standing there as Cupcake kind of just yeah. Cupcake lowers his arms, doesn't like yeah. W's just sitting there. Sure. You walk in, nothing bad happens. It's just Dobio, Cupcake, and Clonks everywhere. No one else. The house is quiet. Did you choose to? You can bring it up if you want. Yeah. Yeah, so nothing in there. Uh. Yes, you can hear everything outside of it. Abigail, you can hear everything. It's always open. It's just invisible. Yeah, Abigail's head just whoop. Agatha, did you leave the door open? Okay. It's Abigail putting his head down. You both hear a faint at the front door. Okay. Okay. It's front door. You peer out the window. You don't see anything, but you hear the same coming from underneath the window. You do At first nothing, but then you look down and there is a pigeon with a blood-soaked beak. And you watch as it tries to walk inside. Yeah, it's the same pigeon. It has blood and like meat dripping down from its beak. Yeah, it's just it's the meat you gave it. I think it's an hour. So you can still talk to him. Oh no, it's 10 minutes. But it's 10 minutes. Yeah, you close the doors. The bird like begins like flapping its wing as it like steps back as you close the door on it. And you hear this time you hear, hey, 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 I'll do more shit for you. No, Agatha is the cat speak with animals. Hey, hey, I'll do more shit for you. Hey, hey. You, Abgus, there's a pause in the knocking, and then Agatha, you hear, I, and you hear a, sure, sitting by the dumpster is the same crow or the same pigeon that's just staring at you. Pause. Scar Lucius. So, as you guys are having. I, 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 make an intimidation check, Lucius. No. I would say in this case it's just Lucius that's leading this. I would say the contributions were not effective enough to give advantage. You roll 3. Fuck you. Okay. He's like, I listen. I understand. We're just doing our jobs. All right. You know what? No, it's okay. And you see the guards like, oh fucking hell! I can't believe. And they just start going off. Yeah, they. So he walks over to the other guys and just be like, fucking let it go. Is the goddamn top.